Hello, welcome to the second EarthSystemData Pulse video to accompany the COP26 climate negotiations. The topic here for this quick video is what's so special about 1.5 degrees centigrade? Why do we keep hearing that being bandied around as a number, as a sensible target? And indeed, why is the Paris Agreement hinged on a global warming threshold of 1.5 degrees? The reason being is that if we examine how the world has warmed to date, and if we simulate how it may change in the future, then we can see that although the mean temperature of the planet warms at these relatively innocent sounding levels, we can see that parts of the planet warm at greater levels, and typically it's around the poles and the areas around the poles where we have these deep orange colours here, where temperatures are actually changing on the order of 6, 7, 8, 9 degrees centigrade, so much higher than the global mean. Why? Well, it's because the land surface and the sea surface characteristics are being changed. The warming is leading to a reduction in snow cover, which allows incoming radiation to be more easily absorbed and therefore heat the air above the land. And in the case of the ocean, the sea ice disappears, and therefore the heat content in the ocean can then warm the air above the ice. So why is warming of this level around the poles of such concern? Well, it's because it can lead to some pretty severe impacts, and we can take the Greenland Ice Sheet as an example. Research suggests that if we hit the 2 degrees global warming level or above that, then the current melting that is going on in Greenland actually reaches a state whereby it becomes irreversible. That's to say that even if in 100 or 200 years we eliminate all global warming, so we reset the warming back to zero compared to pre-industrial levels of warming, then it's too late. The local physics of the Greenland ice sheet have been changed such that the melting cannot be stopped. The local feedback in the coastal zones around Greenland and the air above it, and also critically, as the Greenland ice sheet decreases its altitude because the ice melts, then the air becomes warmer because you're getting closer to the surface. These things mean that the melting may become irreversible. If the Greenland ice sheet was to become completely melted, then we would be looking at about 7 meters global sea level rise, and that's of severe consequence to coastal cities, for example New York. So it's just all in all a bad state of affairs to get to 2 degrees. The chances of avoiding impacts such as this at 1.5 degrees centigrade warming are much better. So 1.5 degrees isn't just some number that's been randomly selected by people and they thought, oh well, it sounds fairly innocent, we'll keep it at 1.5 degrees. There's some real pretty alarming science behind this. Another example I'll mention quickly is that if we get to 2 degrees centigrade of global warming, then the area of the land surface that actually switches from one ecosystem type to another is triple the area than if we keep to 1.5 degrees global warming. And so this may be particularly topical if we look at what's happening at the moment in southern Europe and the Pacific Northwest and California. In these areas, if we look at what's happening currently in each summer, we're seeing forest fires. So things like that should be ringing alarm bells if we're looking at ecosystem switches. So that's why it's 1.5 degrees centigrade. I'll put some links in the video below, so if you want to read more details about the science behind this identification of the level of 1.5 degrees centigrade, you can. It's really worthwhile doing some background reading and learning, because you'll keep hearing 1.5 degrees centigrade being bandied around, I expect, in negotiations. So I hope that helps. There'll be another video shortly. So thanks very much for watching and have a great day.